Shakur Stevenson versus Zepeda is not a done deal. Oscar De La Hoya confirms it in his most recent comments, and as a fight fan, I couldn't be happier, bro. And it's not because I don't think Shakur Stevenson versus Zepeda is a good fight. I understand that it is a good fight. It's a very good stylistic fight. Two totally different styles clashing in the ring against each other. But y'all know why I don't want the fight. Everybody watching this video by now knows why I'm excited that Oscar De La Hoya confirmed that the fight isn't done. This is what pisses me off about boxing. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. I'm also live every Sunday morning with KQKC Boxing Network at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I ask that you join the channel as a member, drop super chats and super thanks when you come by the live streams and the videos that we do, and hit me up if you want to debate. Knockoutboxing86 at yahoo.com is the email, or you can come by the channel while I'm live and we can debate right then and there. Now, Oscar De La Hoya was asked specifically about Shakur Stevenson versus Zepeda. He says, I want to make that fight. Shakur, skill-wise, is probably the best fighter on the planet today, but he has to be able to sell tickets. It will happen. I will make that fight. Doesn't sound like somebody that's too excited to make the fight. And then when you add that to his comments that he made about Zepeda having options and nobody's going to tell Zepeda who to fight, and him and Shakur going back and forth about it, and here we are 10 days away from this supposed purse bid, and he's still talking as if the fight is not done. He's saying, I want to make that fight, but Shakur can't sell tickets. If you want to make the fight, you wouldn't be shooting down the fighter that you supposedly want to make the fight with. And for me, it's great news. I would love for Zepeda to not be an option for Shakur Stevenson, and Tank Davis to not have any options versus Shakur, and we get the fight that we craving here on this channel, and that a lot of you watching this video are craving, and that's Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. With that being said, bro, this is the part about boxing that ticks me off, because you have Zepeda, Panda, his coach Panda was talking to Mill City Boxing as if the fight was done. But we've had several key players involved that lead us to believe that the fight is not done. That's why I keep saying, hold your horses when you come by the channel telling me Shakur versus Zepeda is done. We had Turkey on camera telling Shakur, I need to know right now. I need to know right now. What's up? And Eddie like, hold on, we'll talk later. Because he see that Turkey pressing Shakur on camera for an answer. An answer to what? An answer to what? And then he goes on camera, and Turkey says, I'd like to make Shakur Stevenson versus Zepeda. And he wanted to be able to announce that fight. So that leads us to believe that it's not done. And then Oscar De La Hoya right now is saying he wants to make that fight. Not that the fight is done. Not that they're in negotiations. He's saying, I want to make that fight. Well, why haven't you? Because the fight got ordered last month. Fight literally got ordered like last month sometime in July. That fight got ordered. They only got 10 days before they got a purse bid. And instead of negotiating, you're still saying you just want to make that fight, and Shakur has to be able to sell tickets. That's the key number to let you know that he's not interested in having Shakur versus Zepeda on Turkey's undercard. He want to do Shakur versus Zepeda on his own. Because why would he be worried about Shakur Stevenson selling tickets if they just going to be on the undercard for Beterbiev and Bivol, or for Fury and Usyk too, or for something like that? So this is very hopeful for someone such as myself that is pushing for and championing for the Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson fight. So anyone that's acting as if this is done, this is straight from the horse's mouth what I just read you about Oscar De La Hoya. So you got to take it with a grain of salt, obviously, number one, because Oscar's a lying ass dude, so you never know. Number two, boxing will tell you some shit and the whole time have something in their back pocket. That's why at this point, nothing's off the table. Hell, Tank could be fighting Loma. Tank could be fighting Shakur. He could be fighting Rayo. Shakur could be fighting Zepeda. Shakur could be signing a long-term deal to match room and fighting one of their fighters. He could be signing directly to Turkey. He could be signing to fight Tank Davis. We just don't know. But with all of the things that's going on around us, what we do know is that Shakur Stevenson is free, and it's clear that overwhelmingly, when you put a microphone in front of Shakur Stevenson's face, when you put a microphone in front of anybody from Tank Davis's team's face, they're going to get asked about Shakur Stevenson, and Shakur Stevenson and his team is going to get asked about Tank Davis. That lets you know that the traction of the fight is a big fight. And I hope Oscar fumbles the bag. I hope he don't make Shakur versus Zepeda. I hope he lets the goddamn purse bid go all the way by and they pull Zepeda because Zepeda and them don't make the fight. And we'll know really quickly. We got a week and a half at most, because dominoes could fall before then. But we'll have a week and a half before we know what's really going on. In a week and a half, they'll either be announcing Shakur Stevenson versus Zepeda before then, or they'll be going to purse bid because they can't come to an agreement, or they'll be negotiating hot and heavy and they'll ask the WBC to prolong and push back the purse bid because they almost came to a deal, and that'll let you know everything you need to know about that fight being done. If you hear nothing, if you hear absolutely nothing, and the purse bid goes by, Shakur Stevenson is not stripped, right? Williams Zepeda is not removed as the mandatory, nobody's complaining, then you're getting Tank versus Shakur. You're getting Tank versus Shakur. If don't nobody say shit, and Shakur is not stripped, and Zepeda and Oscar ain't pressing the issue for the mandatory, and the purse bid all of a sudden gets canceled with no fight from Shakur and Zepeda, and they just cancel that shit, that's because they allowing Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson to unify. That's because there's a deal being done and everybody has agreed to let that fight happen. So we're about to find out this next week and a half. So today is Saturday. So by not this upcoming Monday, Tuesday, when is the 20th, bro? Today the 10th, next Saturday the 17th, Sunday the 18th, Monday the 19th. Next, a week from Tuesday is the 20th. We gonna know what's up. We gonna know what's up. But for right now, if you are really pushing and you really want the Tank Davis Shakur Stevenson fight, do not give up. Because this quote from Oscar De La Hoya lets you know the fight is not done. So you can disregard what Panda Coach say, because Panda Coach is his coach. He's his manager and shit, but at the end of the day, they can't do nothing without the blessing of Oscar. And Oscar has let it be known publicly that he wasn't feeling this fight. He's still letting you know he ain't feeling this fight by giving Shakur Stevenson backhanded compliments. When you're in negotiations, you're not giving somebody backhanded compliments, talking about how great they are, but then talking about your fear of them selling. Your fear of being able to make revenue off of them. That shows that you don't want to make the fight if you Oscar De La Hoya. That's exactly what that shows, is that you don't want to make the fight. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I was pressing for Shakur to go make the fight with Zepeda because Tank Davis was fighting Vasily Lomachenko. Now that he's not fighting him, this is the only fight that makes sense. I don't give a damn about a mandatory and Williams Zepeda. No disrespect to him. You got to sit this one out, homeboy. Unifications trump mandatories. Big fights trump smaller fights. 2 pound-for-pound fighters fighting against each other trumps all of that shit. The ring being on the line, all that shit, bro. Sorry. You're gonna have to sit this one out, get the winner. And then guess what? If Loma come back and Loma willing to fight the winner, your ass gonna have to sit out again. You just keep fighting them people you been fighting. Wait for your mandatory shot, and your mandatory shot could be for 3 belts instead of 1. Hell, it could be for undisputed in 1 foul swoop for your first ever title shot, bro. Sit your ass down somewhere, dog. Let these big dogs stump, and then you go after the biggest big dog. Let these big dogs get their bite on. Let them bark. Let them get in that cage. Let them get in that square circle and rock out, bro. Oscar, let them rock out, dog. You could just sit back, Bill Williams and pay the name, talk about everybody scared of him, and you could just sit back and get him a big fight like you did Zerto. You could just sit back and get him a big fight like you was able to do motherfucking Ryan Garcia, bro. Just sit back. You can sit back and let them continue to fight bums and get them a big fight like you did Jaime, bro. You just sit back and let Jaime fight 40-something straight bums. Just 40-something bums. Just bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Just bum after bum after bum after bum. And then here come Canelo. Giving your boy a payday. Do the same shit with Zepeda. Let Shakur, let Tank, let Loma, let them work all that shit out. And then if whoever come out on top of that little fray, if they want to get Barinchik, let them get that shit on out the way, and then, Zepeda can be right there, bro. But anyone telling you that the fight between Shakur and Williams Zepeda is a done deal because of something that Coach Panda said, I will refer them to this video so you can hear what Oscar De La Hoya said, confirming that the fight is not done. I want to make that fight. Shakur, skill-wise, is probably the best fighter on the planet today, but he has to be able to sell tickets. It will happen. I will make that fight. So we'll see if it will happen or if it won't happen. All I know is they on the deadline. They got 10 days, and I hope that the reason that shit ain't happening is because Big Dog Tank came and knocking, and Shakur had to answer that motherfucking door. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Shakur Stevenson, Zepeda, not a done deal. There's still hope for Tank versus Shakur. I'll see y'all soon. Peace out.